yàtọ̀ àgbáyé ìkànnì ọ̀nà FM 103.5 Ìbàdàn. Àmọ̀rírì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa o. Ọ̀nà FM 103.5 Ìbàdàn la wà. Àmọ̀rírì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa o. Ọjà tábà polówó dandan ni kò tà o. Àmọ̀rírì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa o. Aláwàdà mo ní kẹ́ máa gbọ́ níbi gbogbo nígbà gbogbo. Àmọ̀rírì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa o.
Aláyé mi fìgò tilẹ̀ fàájì yóò wá pọ̀ jù kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ọgbọ́n ṣé ìṣòwò ti dé ni.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni ṣé ìwọ ò rí pé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ń pín àwọn owó kan lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí ni.
ibi orí gbọ́ já mi sí tán.
wo mi ò ní já ẹsìn nìkan mo máa tún rí ẹsìn pàápàá barman fún ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní ìgò dúdú mẹ́ta.
Ìgò dúdú bíi ti báwo. Wọ́n ní kó o já mi sí o ní kí n gbàgò dúdú lẹ́yìn tó bá já mi tán a lè wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe fàájì tó bá wù àgọ́ àṣẹdọ̀là.
ọmọ náà ó fẹ́ràn owó ẹ̀wọ̀ rí ẹ̀.
Kí la wá ṣe.
wo ilé ni mo wà lánàá nígbà tí aago mi dún gírangírán nígbà tí mo gbé Àbújá ni wọ́n ti pè mí.
Látàbújá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
kí wọ́n wá ló ṣẹlẹ̀.
ló bá di ọ̀gá àgbà ilé ìfowópamọ́sí tí mò ń lò látàbújá. wọ́n ní àwọn mọ rírì mi o gẹ́gẹ́ bí oníbàárà wọn dáadáa o àti wípé ǹjẹ́ mo ti gbọ́ nípa owó ìrànwọ́ tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ ń fún àwọn aráàlú lásìkò yìí. mílíọ̀nù 10 náírà ni wọ́n ní ó tọ́ sí èmi nìkan. kíá mo ti ṣàlàyé fún un wípé èmi kò tí ì rí tèmi gbà.
mílíọ̀nù 10. Owó dé.
Owó dé.
Mò ń gbọ́.
ló bá ní kí n mú ATM káàdì mi jáde sórí nọ́mbà tó máa ń wà lórí ẹ̀ yẹn ló bá ní kí n pè fún òun. kíá ló bá mi yẹ̀ wò tó sì sọ orúkọ mi àti ọjọ́ ìbí mi tí mo fi forúkọ sílẹ̀ ní báǹkì mi. BVN mi pàápàá ọwọ́ kan ló pè fún mi. níbẹ̀ ni mo ti mọ̀ pé orí àwọn pípò yìí orí wọn pé púpọ̀ jù.
Ọ̀rẹ́ wa dúró ṣé kìí ṣe wípé o pe píìnì rẹ fún báyìí.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni farabalẹ̀ píìnì mi ló béèrè bí mo bá fẹ́ kí owó mi kí ó wọlé kílẹ̀ òní tó ṣú mo pé fún kíákíá. ẹ gbà mí o 10,000 1,50 ẹgbẹ̀rún aláàtìrìn wọ́n ti gba owó mi èmi kọ́ ni mo wà ń bẹ̀ o ATM káàdì mi wà lápò mi o.
ọ̀rẹ́ jẹ́ ká tètè súré lọ sí ilé ìfowópamọ́ rẹ kíákíá.
mílíọ̀nù.
Má ṣe rò wípé ilé ìfowópamọ́ kan lè pè ẹ́ láti béèrè fún ATM pin rẹ o tàbí fún àwọn àlàyé kan nípa àkáǹtì rẹ. Bí ẹnikẹ́ni bá pè ọ́ kàn sí ilé ìfowópamọ́ rẹ kí o tó ṣohunkóhun ẹ máa fúnra o.
Ìkéde yìí wá láti ilé iṣẹ́ rédíò iyì ọ̀nà 103.5 FM Bódìjà Ìbàdàn.
On 103.5 FM.
You can't be a leader without you having followership. And leadership is premised on purpose. In the entire world of communication. Yeah, let's continue. We started with what is leadership, and I said earlier on last week, let me do a recap. Doing excessively. You have to know what is that thing that is gingering Mr. A, and what is that thing that is making Mr. B dull, so that when you want to communicate, you don't
Leadership and Entrepreneurship with David O. David every Thursday 2:30 to 3 p.m. on Ono 103.5 FM.
Ever been in a position when you're always asking why? Thinking that your tears will never dry. Every time that you glance at the sky, your mind's there, but you know you don't got the wings to fly. You feel the wind gently.
Bring it on, bring it on. You, bring
bring it on.
Life know the sweet though, hey. If some people know the hate you, so use the number 6 so and calculate. You go see the ratio. The beef self na meat yo, whether na asu them relate to. So bring your own crayfish yo, we go mix so, oh Lord. Shane and them talk say we no go blow. Share them they see us now, we don't they glow. Take a look at me now, take a look at me now. We're running things in this town, can't you see?
I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you do. Just as long as you're chasing money, do what's right, never give up on it. Bring it on, bring it on.
Are you ready? Unu ready?
No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall. Bring it on, bring it on.
Are you ready? Unu ready?
No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall.
And rising, rising, rising. Keep it high, rising, rising.
Bring it on.
This life is not easy. So much hustling and puzzling. Everyone is struggling. So make you know they believe say, since everyone is chasing, you're never gonna make it. Never say no, never give up. Keep your head up, standing tall. And for sure, you go turn it up, turn down for what? Hey, Shane and them talk say, we no go blow. Share them they see us now, we don't they glow. Take a look at me now, take a look at me now. We're running things in this town, can't you see?
I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you do. Just as long as you're chasing money, do what's right, never give up on it. Bring it on, bring it on.
Are you ready? Unu ready?
No matter how you try, don't you ever fall.
Good afternoon to you, wherever you're listening to us from. This is Ono 103.5 FM from the city of Ibadan, here at number 40 Adebayo Street, Kongi, Bodija. Last week we were able to look at what part or role decision takes with leaders or an entrepreneur, and I believe you were able to deduce some informations that relevant to your day-to-day activities as an entrepreneur or as a leader. And you know, most of the topics we take here on this show is applicable to every sphere of life, because leadership is systemic to our daily living. Leadership is systemic to every aspect of our lives. So the topics we treat here are topics that are relevant to our business world, our daily life living, our society, our club life, and every other aspect. So that is why we believe strongly that we can continue to contribute our quota to manpower development, to leadership as a radio station, and we believe that these will surely yield beautiful results as time goes on. Yeah, last week we discussed the power of decision, and we said decisions are formulated on the platform of variables, of several variables. Having considered several variables, you took a point of action of decision that this very variable is what variable is what we are taking, is what we are making decision on. This is why we are taking this action, because we have considered all variables. Then we are taking a decision as regards this product, this organization, this issue, or that circumstance. That is very, very sacrosanct. And today we are going to continue by looking at having taken decisions, something must follow. Most times it is discovered that decisions are taken without being followed up with actions. That is why you see people sitting over issues in, day out. When a decision is taken, there must be a corresponding action towards the decision. And destinies are formed by variables of thoughts that you have on the mind, and then you make a decision as to what trajectory, what direction you are going to follow. When you make that decision still remains in the thought level until you put action into it. And that is what we are looking at today. As a leader, as an entrepreneur, as someone that is in the pursuit of purpose, you must understand that the moment you decide, you must follow it up with action. Action is very, very sacrosanct, is very, very germane. There are beautiful ideas, beautiful thoughts that people have been able to bring up in paper, but they have not been able to put them to action. So I'll be discussing taking action as a leader or as an entrepreneur, as someone on the journey of purpose. Most people that you see that becomes great today are not because, it's not because they are genius. Most of them are not that very smart. But what they do is that at every point in time, they put their thoughts into action. They always move into doing simulation tests. When they have a thought, they put into simulation tests. You listen to Elon Musk. He was almost grounded with his electric cars. Then he moved to SpaceX. So many people said, well, what are you thinking about? By the time they would stop, they would have ended up discussing what he was thinking about. The guy has swung into action. That is why we need to critically look at what is the role of action in the life of a leader, in the life of an entrepreneur. Precisely when you have hailing economic situations all over the world, inflation everywhere, and you cannot afford your business to go down the drain. You cannot afford your society to be without focus. Then you have to know that once you take a decision, you must follow it up with action. And I looked into dictionary. What is the definition for action? Action is the fact or process of doing something. And action always follows decision. Process of doing something, typically to achieve an aim. That is why we said decision precedes action. In your decision level, you have been able to ascertain what you really want to achieve before you set out to bring action into process. Are you with me? So, and it is an act of getting something done. We say this in management training. When you get a new idea, having considered it critically, the next line of action is to do what? Is to put it into the process of doing. If you are not doing what you are having in your thought, you are as good as somebody that is doing nothing. The best way to get a result is to put your decisions into action. You must be doing something with a specific aim towards your decision. That is very, very important. I need you to understand this. Now the year is almost running to an end. Some of us have very brilliant ideas, brilliant decisions, but we are scared of taking action. We are scared of putting our thought into the process of action. And let me tell you, no matter how brilliant your ideas are, no matter how beautiful your decision capacity is, if you are not putting them into the process of action, they will remain as mirage. And anyone that takes the first step of action is the one the world will see. That is it. Haven't you considered sometimes you have a brilliant idea, you have them on paper, you've discussed them, and you are so laid back in taking the first step, and in just like a snap, you see someone has executed what you have in plan. Why? Because that individual is an action person. It's not a laid back person. It's not that individual that is always looking for the right time. There would never be any appropriate time for you to attain or to achieve whatever God has placed into your hand. As an entrepreneur, as a leader, you always make the time happen. You are the one that will make it happen. So you must understand that action is sacrosanct. Action is germane. You must put your thought into action. That is when you will be relevant in the sphere of things in your space. You must put to action as an entrepreneur. Having considered all what is happening now in your business organization, maybe you are looking at how you're going to scale. Then you are putting into consideration several variables. Now, the next line of action of scaling is to put the process of doing something about it in motion. That is the action. Putting something in the motion of getting it activated or actualized is what we are discussing this afternoon. And if you want to join us, you can connect with us on our line 070-4800-1035, 070-4800-1035, and the second one 091-510-35555, 091-510-35555. So action is very, very germane. And what are the components of action? Let me start with it before we go to the market. Then when we come back, I will continue in the second lap. The first one is that one of the major components of action is precision. Precision. You must be sure why the action is being taken, to know it's in correlation with the decision that prompted the action. Did you get what I've just said? You must be sure. Are you with me? When you want to take action, you need to revisit your decision process. You need to revisit your decision process. Understand it critically. Be sure. 100% sure, like the pilot. They check and recheck and check until the taxi, and check until the plane is in the air. Are you with me? You must have precision. You must be sure why the action is being taken, to know if it is in correlation with the decision that prompted the action. Because if you are taking action that is in deviance to the decision, then you are going to crucify all your thought process. So that needs to be very, very, taken care of. Because if you are not precise, you just be okay. They said they should do this, we should do this, then we go ahead, we start doing it. No, when decisions are made, you look at the action process. Is it in precision with the decisions? Because decisions taken in an organization must be in tandem with the vision and the mission of the organization. You don't, no matter how much you want to scale, that should not take you out of the vision and the mission of your organization, and that should not affect your quality statement. Because once you are taking decisions, and because you just want to scale anyhow, and you are getting out of these three focal points, pillars of your organization, then invariably you are going down. That you need to understand. DJ Call, let's get some business done. Thank you.
On 103.5 FM.
Oh yes, something new is here again for this summer holiday class. Immaculate Media Academy, comprising on FM, Immaculate Television, Multimedia Unit. Course for admission into a 4-week training scheduled to begin 1st August 2023. Courses available are radio and TV presentation skills, digital audio mix, photography, basic training on all music and instruments, LED screen setting, drone piloting, videography, and graphic design. At uniform at 2,000 naira. School fee and certificate at 30,000 naira only, with 5% discount for schools who register their students 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Children between 10 to 20 years are encouraged to register. Visit number 39 Adibaju Street, Ogi Boticha, or call 0803-668-9315 or 0816-309-1905. Immaculate Media Academy.
Something new.
The essence of interior design will always be about people and how they live. It is about the realities of what makes for an attractive, civilized, and meaningful home environment. This is our foremost concern at Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration, and this is why we stay faithful to your own taste, because nothing you really like is ever out of style. Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration, we specialize in importing and delivering quality royal beds, sofas, lights, and doors to every home across Nigeria. We are located inside Dogafat Filling Station in Lewura Junction, Akala Express, Ibadan. Call us up on 080-913-35706 or send a WhatsApp message to 090-445-30230. We don't just sell quality products. Our maintenance team is on standby to give free routine maintenance for a whole year after purchase. Mr. Johnson Furniture, our passion is to bring affordable luxury to every home and offices.
On 103.5 FM.
No food for lazy man. Paddy, double your work. Anything where you want to, you go get them if you want. Stop living fake life. Ororo no be good boy. Pussycat no be tiger. Monkey at us chimpanzee. Walk you. But I no be for monkey. You wanna have a big boy.
Yeah, you're welcome back to the second lap of this show. And if you want to connect with us, it's on Facebook, it's Honor 103.5 FM. On Instagram, Honor FM 103.5. And if you want to connect with us on Radio Garden, you can just type in Honor 103.5 on Zeno, and on Twitter, on Twitter and all other social media handles. And at the same time, you can download our app on our 103.5 FM. Still on the components of action, I started with precision, that you must be sure of what action you're taking, if it's in correlation with the decisions that have been taken, so that you will not be taking actions outside the decisions that you're taking. This is very, very important to the leader and to the entire team, because if you are taking actions that is in deviance to the decision, and that could affect the vision, the mission, and the QSM, the quality statement of the organization, and that could affect the system, the organization, and negatively. So that is number one. Number two component is timeliness. Timeliness. When decisions are made, the action process must be timely. You must not do it outside of the time frame. You know, there are so many times people do beautiful things in the wrong time, and they do wrong things at a beautiful time. You see, you have to understand that timing is key. Everything in life is timed. So if you are not taking decisions or actions promptly, I'm telling you, any action you are taking outside of the real time frame that would have benefited that decision, it will be an effort in futility. Timeliness. Actions must be taken within the reasonable time frame. Your actions must be taken within the reasonable time frame that will benefit the organization, benefit you as a leader. As a leader, you don't like the normal slang, the normal slang that says don't sleep on it. You need to know how and when to take action. Once decisions are made, you must understand when exactly to take action, because the moment you take action outside the time frame, you are heading for failure. It's just a matter of time. That is why while we were growing up, we were taught, make hay while the sun shines. While the sun shines, you must take action at the accurate time. You must understand that timeliness is key when you are taking action. When you are doing that, when you are doing something with a particular aim or target, you must understand that timeliness is key. Number three, you must understand that one of the major components of action is performance measurement. When you take decisions and you put into consideration, am I really doing it to precision? Am I really taking action to precision? In precision rather. Am I acting at the right time? Then you must know that if I'm acting rightly, then I must be able to measure what I'm doing. Because whatever is being done that is not measured will amount to nothing. You must be able to follow through with the decisions that prompted the actions. You must be able to follow through. You must be able to measure. Oh, the step we took now, is it in tandem with the decision? Are we having corresponding results? Because if you are just rolling the ball, you can't see 22 men on the pitch are running all around without the aim of scoring or netting the ball. They are there to net the ball. That is what we are out to measure. Let me use a football game as an example. You are going, a decision has been made. Chelsea is going to be having a match with Arsenal. All football fans, I'm just using hypothetical examples. Now, the aim is that the decision is that one team must win. Everyone is going to the pitch to win. Now, when they get to the pitch, they walk in precision with the decisions or with the decision that they have made in accordance with, in tandem with the instruction of the coach. And at the same time, they have a time frame. So in the first 15 minutes of this game, we should score a goal. They have plans, they have strategies. And once that is considered, they look at it. Okay, what are we going to use to judge this game? Is our performance. Did we score the ball within that time frame? Or we had an extra minutes added before we were able to achieve it? Or are we unable to achieve it at all? So these are the variables that needs to be considered. These are variables of action. Precision, timeliness, and performance measurement is very, very sacrosanct. If your performance is not measured, you would think you are doing something. whereas you are doing nothing. Because if you are not measured, how do you know whether you are improving or you are going down? So measurement is key. Performance measurement is key. Very, very key to whatever you are doing as a leader or as an entrepreneur. Performance measurement is key. That is why you see organizations having key performance indicators. Are we really doing it the way we expected it to be done? Who is doing it in the grade of between 1 and 10? Who are the people that are deviant? Who are the people that are really adding up to the bottom line? These are points that you and I have to do what have to put into consideration. And as I close today, the number 4 component is what? Is you must have the end in view. You must have the end in view. The moment you know why you are doing something, you understand the precision, you know why you have to be timely, you know why you have to measure, then you must have the end in view. Every entrepreneur always have the end in view. So because that is what will drive you and drive the team, you must always have the end in view. This is where I'm going to be drawing the curtain today. Let me read a line out of what I've just written. Always have the end in view to assist in aligning with the process of taking action. I draw the curtain here today, and I believe strongly that somebody has been able to get something. Once again, I am David David, and the show is Leadership and Entrepreneurship on the stable of Honor 103.5 FM. Good afternoon, and continue to have a good and great business ahead. And thank you, DJ Call. Gifty, I appreciate you. My IT guy, thank you for what you're doing. And a very big thanks to the management of Honor 103.5 FM. Good afternoon.